What? X Harper, K19. This time, though, it is for my first CW pay event, Bash at the Beach. I hope you're enjoying all the content that you're seeing on the channel at the moment. What I'm going to do now is take you through the whole of the match and see exactly what's happening, what's going on, what I've created, and why it's going down. So, first match on the card. If you haven't been watching already, I would advise you to watch all the other videos that I have, especially of the storylines that are going on at the moment. But one of them is that Goldberg has been told by everybody in the NWO that the only way he gets a shot at any major title is if he goes through the whole roster from the bottom all the way back up. And then he's got to basically re-earn his main event title shot by doing another mini streak. It's not going to be as big as a 100 streak. It's the only storyline that I'm actually revealing any kind of secrets to during these booking events, simply because it's pretty obvious what the result will be after what I've just said about him having to rise up through the card. With that said, there's always a chance of Goldberg losing. I'm not against him losing. He is one of my favourite characters, not necessarily my favourite wrestlers, but definitely one of my favourite characters of all time in the business. So I've got a soft spot for him. I also like to keep him away from the main event scene for as long as possible so that I can, build other rivalries, win titles with other people. It just gives other people a chance who deserve it on the main event to hold the title, to have a chance to have a run and different rivalries to happen. It also saves me being really boring and having just Goldberg be my champion from day one and essentially never drop it, never lose it. As I'm sure WCW probably would have done had Kevin Nash and the NWO not tried to put in their stroke. But anyway, this is the match. It's for the $1 Million Championship. It's a 5-way hardcore elimination match, which essentially means it's a falls count anywhere. Of course, weapons are allowed in all matches above singles now, apparently, on this game. The WCW television title is being defended next. We have got Buff Bagwell versus Steven Regal. These two have been in a rivalry now for the last few weeks. It's been quite intense. They had an amazing backstage brawl, which was a really fun match to play, but also to watch while it played out. And so they've just built their rivalry up, and it's culminating in this match now at Bash at the Beach. It's a one-on-one, just a standard one-on-one match. I think it's good to have those every now and then, especially on pay-per-view cards where stipulations and special match types can be the sort of norm, but not now. I want to make sure that the one-on-one match is still included on my card. With that said, I think every match I've got on my card has a stipulation other than that one, so I'm a bit of a hypocrite, but I also want to make sure that they are still on my card somewhere. Next match is for the WCW Cruiserweight title. It is Dean Malenko versus Cody Rhodes. This match is going to be insane. A submission match. I'm not sure if Cody does loads of submission moves. I'm assuming he does from the heritage he has with his dad and the way that he's so good technically. Dean Malenko, as we all know, is technically one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. So this one should be a real fun wrestling match to watch. And that one, as I said, is for Cody's WCW Cruiserweight title. Middle match of the card is the WCW United States Championship match. This is a culmination of a rivalry that's been going on for weeks now. Cactus Jack, Scott Steiner have been going back and forth. Scott has been beating the crap out of Cactus Jack. Essentially what I've done is I've mimicked the storyline between Triple H and Mankind. So there's been a lot of etc. But now, to finish, it's going to be a clean match, a one-on-one, but it's going to be a 2 out of 3 falls match. I love my 2 out of 3 falls stipulation. It's just like, to me, that's the way that you should always have a culmination, and this will be the conclusion to the rivalry. I don't think that's giving away much, but I think 2 out of 3 falls are a great way of culminating rivalries, because it really gives you that definitive who is the better wrestler. If you can get 2 falls over the other guy in one night, then clearly you are the man. Next match, I'm looking forward to this one. This is a 6-man triple threat tornado tag, and it is for the WCW World Tag Team Championships. Those belts are owned by the Outsiders at the moment, but we have Harlem Heat, the Road Warriors, Hawk and Animal, and obviously Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. That is going to be an exciting match. I'm looking forward to that one, going down and seeing who the winner is. Semi-main event of the evening for the WCW title. And for those of you who don't know what a WCW title is, that is the belt that basically is given to the face of said company. There is one for the WE, there's one for WCW, one for ECW. It's not the World Heavyweight title. It kind of sits between the heavyweight title and the whatever the second belt is. So in WCW, it's between the main belt and the US title. So it's a 3-way match. Bret the Hitman Hart, Sting, Dusty Rhodes, those 3 are going to be fighting it out in a cage. 2 out of 3 falls. I've got a feeling that's going to go on for a very long time, because a cage match that's pinfall only is going to be difficult to make sure that the third guy is down long enough. You're effectively pinning 2 people, because that third guy needs to be out of it long enough for you to pin the other guy for a 3 count. So that's going to be an interesting match. I'm looking forward to that. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of blood, sweat, and tears. Main event, WCW World Heavyweight title match. And that's going to be Ric Flair, the Giant, and Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Wow, 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 wow. I wish they had that music on the game. It is such a shame that we cannot somehow get his music back on. Hollywood Hogan is the champion, by the way. The Giant has forced his way into this match over the last couple of weeks on Nitro. He has had a go at Ric Flair and Hogan. He won a handicap match against Hogan and Flair, and it was that victory that got him installed into this main event. Giant obviously believes he's better than these 2 legends, dinosaurs, whatever you want to call them, and he wants to win that belt. So Ric Flair and Hogan have obviously got a long-standing rivalry, so they're kind of a bit annoyed that the Giant, the young pretender, is coming in, cutting in on their showtime, on their spotlight. But should be a good match. It's a 3-way elimination, so it's not going to be over after the first 4, which is good. Makes it a bit more interesting, and we're going to see who wins. So, just so you know, a bit more information about how I do this. The booking nights, the booking videos are all for you to see the match types and what's going down. But then at the bottom in the description, shortly after this video is uploaded to YouTube, I will put the spoilers for each match on there. So if you don't want to watch live, because this is going to be a heck of a long pay-per-view, I've got a feeling that this one's going to be about a 2-hour pay-per-view. Depends on the matches, obviously, but most of my midweek events have been about an hour to an hour and a half. So this one's probably going to be a 2-hour event because it's a pay-per-view and all the matches are going to be awesome. But if you don't want to watch that, then you can just literally go to the bottom, read the description. It tells you who's going to win every match, and then you either do or don't watch from there. And it sets you up nicely for the next event, which of course is going to be Monday Nitro, which is the day after Bash at the Beach. You can see that on the card. It will be this event next. Appreciate your feedback. But you can follow me on Twitter at xharperco. You can follow me on Instagram at xharper.co. Or you can simply subscribe to this channel and keep watching the videos. I am going to do some more videos today. There will be obviously Bash at the Beach live going on shortly. But then I also want to do a couple of other videos just to show you some other stuff that I'm doing in the game, alternate attires and different things like that. If you've enjoyed it, I'm X Harper. You have been awesome, and until the next video, what?